I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown. But I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, see, I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'ma raise the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument, where it was 22 degrees this morning. 22 degrees. Here comes Lucas already. Lucas wants to say hi. We haven't been out playing, and he's upset. He wants to be out chasing his ball. Not when it's 22 degrees, Lucas. It's much too cold. Much too cold. So I turned doggy TV on for him. You guys ever heard that? I didn't realize it until Oki suggested it this morning. She said, maybe we should try that. So I did a search and looked for some doggy TV, and I found one. There's a couple of channels out there that are better than others, just like everything else. But I found a good one, and he seemed to enjoy it. It was fun to watch his reaction. There's dogs barking and having fun going after toys, and he's at the TV trying to figure out where are all these dogs at. So that was fun to watch his reaction. All right, let's see who we have in the chat this morning. Hope everybody's Monday is going well so far. Other than being cold, we're doing well. First channel member in the house, Roy and Becky's Travels. Looks like they're going to Slab City. That should be fun. Interesting place. Never been there. We've talked about going. We'll have to watch your videos and see what it looks like. Gracie and Jock's Adventures. Yeah, Roy's up early, huh? Should be fun. All right, looks like they got a whole crew there. Dee, Dirk. Oh, Dee's there too. Captain Jack, Tina. All right, riding in style in Dirk's RV. Awesome. There's Captain Jack. And he said in the chat, kind of noisy background, so I'll try to speak up as much as I can. Debbie F. is here. Good morning. Good morning. So we were having an interesting conversation in Ava Potterfield and Friends chat this morning. I always start Monday off with Ava. And we were talking about dogs and dog training and kind of the challenges that we all have with our dogs. And one of the, oh, there's Tina. Good morning. Good morning. One of the challenges we have with Lucas is he's reactive to other dogs. And so I was wondering if maybe Doggy TV might help him get used to other dogs barking and maybe be less reactive. I don't know. What do you guys think? Lee is here. Good morning. Good morning. Here's an interesting channel right here, 857 Tucson. He does live streams on people who have been arrested in the Tucson area and are coming in for their first meet with the judge. It's addicting to watch, but also sad at the same time. You see people, mostly drugs and domestic violence, who have been arrested like the night before, and they're coming in to see the judge for the first time, and they're setting their release conditions or their bond, whatever is going on, depending on the seriousness of the situation. But I'm hooked on 857 Tucson. It's a local channel, and it's in the Tucson area. But it's interesting to see kind of what people get themselves into. See our views here. Good morning. Good morning. Tim and Gracie on the way to Slab City. Hugs to both of you. Traveling on Adventures this year. Good morning. Good morning. I saw you guys just dropped a video. I need to go watch it. It's on my list to watch. Hawkins Family Adventures. Good morning, Sandra. Good to have you. TNT is here. Welcome, welcome. Scrolling. We see Phil Leo here. Welcome, Phil. She Devil Adventures. Hello, Tommy. Working and lurking. Scratches for Lucas. He wants a lot more than that, but that'll have to do for now. Yikes, 9 degrees in Chicago. We were 22, which is pretty cold for southern Arizona. Let's see, 23. I took a picture of it at 23. You see there, 23.5. That was at 5:30 this morning, and it dropped to 22 right before sunrise, which is pretty typical. That's cold for us. I'll have to check around the yard later, make sure we don't have any frozen pipes. 12? That's cold, Debbie. Yikes. Wind chill of -6. When we lived in Nebraska, that sounds familiar. We lived in Omaha, Nebraska for 3 years, and it was about like that. Yeah. He was Lucas was so funny. So this channel that I was watching was dogs playing in a pool, in a yard. This guy put a bucket of toys out in the yard, and he held all the dogs. There were probably 10 or 15 dogs, held all of them. And then once he gave them the go, then they all ran out to the bucket and they picked their toys and then they scattered around and and they were chewing on them and having a good time, barking and carrying on. And what I'm hoping is that Lucas will hear, the fun barking that the dogs are doing, and he was definitely interested. He watched the TV for a good probably 15 minutes before he decided I got something else to do. And so it was interesting to see his reaction. And then he got interested in one of the dogs, and he went up to the base of the TV, and he was sniffing around trying to figure out where are all these dogs at. It was pretty funny to watch. Traveling Merton and Sue are here. Good morning. Good morning. On the road to Slab City, or if this is Sue, maybe she's behind with the pups. Merton's driving. Okay. Merton's driving, so definitely an adventure, right? Cool. That sounds fun. All right. Sandra's going to be live tomorrow, 11 for her AA meeting. Scrolling. Yeah, that's right. Stay warm, Debbie, huh? Everybody's saying hello. There it is. There's the link. Captain Jack's even got a shirt on this morning. Wow, surprise, surprise. Jane Bray is in the house. Good morning, good morning. Good to have you. I understand Jane just arrived in Quartzsite. I think Mo Bang, Tim, is there too. And he was in Ava's chat this morning. So glad to see everybody made it safe and sound. I'm working on preparations for the Ironwood meetup. Got the stickers ready to go, meetup stickers, and I'll be passing these out to the co-hosts. For anybody that hasn't seen them yet, they're green, and Ron Sees America designed these. Came out really nice. That's Ragged Top Mountain in the back, and of course, the Saguaro in the year 2025, Arizona meetup in Marana. And there's a Facebook group too, if you're interested in asking questions or you need more updates. 2025 Ironwood Meetup is the name of the Facebook group. All right. Traveling on Adventures is up to 34. Are you guys down in Texas? Jane saying a blanket hello to everybody. All right. I'm in Sue's seat. Uh-oh. Tim and Gracie are in the back. Okay, so Sue's running the Traveling Merton and Sue channel this morning. Dang computer just shut down. Uh-oh, better get that looked at. Yeah. Pretty good stickers this year. Pretty good stickers. the other side of South LP. Okay, Midland, Texas, you're still down there. That's good. Yep, I think it's going to be busy, Gracie. So come claim your spot. Now, I think that Greg is going to be out there. He said the week prior, and so I suggested to him he pick the spot that he wants, and then I'll go in there and put the community tent up, and then set up a campfire for the morning coffee folks. And I do have wood. I picked up wood day before yesterday, so we've got that covered. I've also got a bunch of scrap wood, so we should have plenty of wood. Thank you, Gracie. That's the link for the meetup. So it's Ironwood 2025 is the link for anybody that wants to check it out. We'll make it to camp on Thursday. Okay. 33 in Quartzsite. Yeah, that's pretty cold up there, huh? I am Zaxxon is here. Good morning. Good morning. Saw him over on Grandma Kelly's live stream, I think. Good to have you. Janelle, welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Captain Jack is rolling in an RV, rolling in style. Everybody's saying good morning. There's Reza M. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, G's going to bring wood as well. All right, we should have plenty. We had donations last year for people to donate to whatever, and after the meetup, the four of us sat down and had a meeting, and then we divvied up the money that we collected, and $300 of it was given to me to buy wood, and so that's what I did. Also, Gracie, from the same guy that you started buying wood from back on that first year that you called it in, I went straight down there to them. They gave me a 20% military discount, and so I said, okay, at this point, how about giving me another 20% of wood? Give me the discount, sure, but would you give me another 20% if I give you some more money? So I gave him the 20% back to even it up to 300, and then we filled the trailer up the rest of the way. So we did pretty well with wood. Oh my gosh, Wisconsin cheese fudge. I didn't know there was such a thing. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, it's good quality wood. I don't think it's quite a cord. I think it's probably 2/3. Wood's pretty expensive down here because a lot of it is mesquite and juniper. And this guy has truckloads brought in, and he splits it right on site to fairly small pieces. So yeah, wood's expensive down here. I think farther up north you can get it cheaper. You can get junk wood, and I have some of that. Pallet wood, scrap wood. I have some of that too, but good quality wood for a nice campfire, especially in the evenings, is something that you want to have. All right, what else is going on? Shout outs. Merton and Sue had a live stream yesterday on Sunday, and that was fun. They were using Roy and Becky's Wi-Fi to get out. So thanks, Roy and Becky, for helping out. Heard that Jane is in Quartzsite. Mobang for your bucks is in Quartzsite. That's good. That's good to hear. And then I understand it's very windy up there. And It's been bad the last few days. And of course, we're all keeping those folks in California in our thoughts and prayers for those suffering through the wildfire. I think of wind in quartzite, and I wonder if maybe that's the same wind that's passing through California. I don't know. Right? Could be, Phil, could be. All right, west of you on the edge of the Mojave. Okay, so it's a hair cheaper, commonly eucalyptus, yeah, is the decent stuff. Around 280, 300 for a cord. Yeah, there is quite a bit of eucalyptus. That's kind of smoky too when you burn it. 650 a cord in quartzite. Yeah, I believe it. So yeah, I always stock up on wood before I come to quartzite. You can get it at some of these gas stations. Will stock it, and it's like $7 or $8 for a bundle. Tommy's saying hello. Smell like koala bears. All right, what else is going on? We had some wind here too a few days ago. A lot of dust. Everything is so dry. We haven't had any of our winter rains yet. Normally, I remember back in the old days, we would have rain around Christmas and New Year's, and all of this would be soaked. We haven't had that this year. We haven't had it last year, and so we're doing the rain dance, hoping for rain. So I put a question in the chat there. If you guys saw it, I ran across yesterday a question, and that is, what is a quote that changed your life? What is a quote that changed your life? Can you guys think of something that you heard or something that people told you that really affected you, whether you were a kid or whether you were an adult? I'm interested in hearing what you guys have heard. Some of the ones that I found that resonate with me is one of them is not everyone is going to like you, right? We all want to be liked, but we have to accept that not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. Here's another one of my favorites. Don't set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Don't set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Right? We all want to help each other, but sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I can't do it. My dad used to say, open your eyes, man. There's a whole world going on around you, usually mad and usually with a few expletives. Yeah, I hear you that. That's right, Lee. Somebody wants to, and I'll bet wood is cheap down where you're at. Cheaper anyway. Marilyn Voss Savant's answer to how you differentiate good from evil, her answer was you give it power. That's well said, well said. The quote I always say that Sandra says, it is what it is, and everything happens for a reason, right? And that goes in line with, you've heard people say, live in the moment. And so I'm doing some reading on that. And some people say, don't dwell on the past. Now, we've been through the past. We've made our mistakes. We've made bad decisions. We've dealt with those bad decisions. Maybe the bad decisions are still affecting us, or maybe the good decisions are still affecting us in a positive way. So the idea is to live in the moment and basically manifest what you want the future to be. So, what do you want in a positive manner to happen to you, yourself, your family, your spouse? Um, and think about that in the moment. Don't dwell on the past. Some days some days you're the bug, and some days you're the windshield. An old businessman. Well, well done, Zaxxon. Well done. Here's another one. Don't walk a mile for someone who won't cross the street for you. Don't walk a mile for someone who won't cross the street for you, right? So we're all interested in helping folks. And one thing that I always tried to teach my kids when they were growing up, especially as teenagers, as teenagers, you're kind of narcissistic. You're interested in me, 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 me. What do I get and what do I get? How many friends do I have and who's calling me and texting me and all of that. And so I tried to teach them when you're hanging out with your friends, your family, whoever it is, even a stranger, when you separate and go your own separate ways, you want them to be left with the impression of, wow, I had a good time with Steve. Now, how do you do that? How do you leave someone with the impression, well, I enjoyed our visit, I enjoyed our chat, right? Well, I told my grandkids and my kids, make it about them. You're not going to stand there in front of someone and say, yeah, I got a new car, or I got a new van, and I did this and I did that. Maybe some of that comes out, but it should typically be directed in a positive manner towards the person that you're visiting with. So if I'm hanging out with Captain Jack, for example, I'm going to want to hear about his trip out here to Quartzsite. And so I'll ask him, so tell me about your trip. How did it go? How much was gas? Was the new van that you have better than the Chevy truck that you drove? And so, I want information from him and then reinforcing that in a positive manner. Wow, that was a great decision to get that van. That was a great decision. Good job. So that when we separate and we go our own ways, I want Jack to say, wow, I had a nice visit with Steve. Now, when you have a negative visit with someone, they don't feel good, because they spent time with them. You're probably not going to see them again, right? So that's kind of what I taught my kids. Some of it stuck, some of it didn't. Empty barrels make the most noise, Phil says. Very good. Very good. Gracie says, I love the quote from Maya, do the best you can till you know better. And when you know better, do better. That's basically learn from your experiences, right? That's a good one, Gracie. Yep. Wisdom distilled in short form. Yep. And some of them are really good. I remember my dad asked me, I was flipping hamburgers at Lucky Wishbone in Tucson, 17, getting ready to turn 18. And he asked me, son, so what are you going to do with your life? Have you decided? And I'm like, well, I got to be to work at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's all I'm thinking about. And so asking our kids those questions when they're just living in the moment, which is what I said we usually do and we should do. You're living in the moment, but you do have to plan and you have to make decisions. And hopefully those are good decisions. So I told him, Dad, the guy who is the manager at Lucky Wishbone offered me an assistant manager job. At the time, I was making $1.40 an hour. And he said, you could probably get 40 cents an hour more if you stuck around. And Dad looked at me and said, "I want you to go talk to a friend of mine." And he sent me to see his friend, and I learned a lot from that visit, and his friend made me feel really good. Here's another one. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. So, if your neighbor has a, 2024 Cadillac sitting in the driveway, is your 1998 Jeep Cherokee any less than that Cadillac? Should you be lusting to have a Cadillac too to replace your 1998 Jeep Cherokee? I don't think so. The joy in owning my 1998 Jeep Cherokee is it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the new Cadillac might have, but it also doesn't break down, and I don't have to take it to the dealership to have it worked on. So things like that used to always. So Gracie is a retired nurse, for those that don't know it, and she worked at the VA hospital, and I really appreciate what she did for my fellow veterans. I used to always tell my patients that growing old is not for the faint of heart. And then I would stick a needle in them. That's right. That's funny. All right. You have a good day, Sandra. And don't forget, Sandra's got an AA meeting tomorrow. The link's in the chat. Here's another one, and it kind of goes in line with what I was teaching my kids as they grew up, and I'm teaching my grandkids. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. One more time. People will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So when you visit with someone, and I teach my grandkids this, when you separate and you go your separate ways, you want them to say, "Wow, I enjoyed that visit. I like Steve, or I like Hallie, or I like, whatever my grandkids' names are." And so you could see the wheels turning. And that's what I was trying to get across to them was you don't want to be that person when you're walking up to a group and they say, "Oh, watch out, here comes Steve." You don't want to be that person. Now, you're still going to have that in high school and junior high. Here it comes. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Very well said, Phil. Yep. The power of a touch, a smile. And Van Girl Sherrill has a saying which I love. She said, "If you meet someone and they don't have a smile, give them yours. If you meet someone and they don't have a smile, give them yours." That is so cool. I love that. Copper State is here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, neighbor. Looks like a good day for drone flying down here. Yeah, we were 22 degrees here this morning. Met Copper State aerial photography on a drone live stream that I watch over the weekend. Interesting group of gentlemen talking about drones. A lot of it is over my head because some of them build their own drones, but always interesting to discuss the current rules and regulations and kind of what's happening in the industry. I snuck in a premiere today. Okay, it's about 20 minutes long. All right, we'll watch it, Roy. Yeah. Costs you nothing to smile, right? Right? 32 this morning. Well, you're pretty warm up there. Let me see what we were. I'll show you what we were. We were 23 here. Now we're out inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument, so we're away from town. And 23.5. We dropped to 22 right before the sun came up. So that's out here in the monument, and it typically gets colder out here and hotter in the summertime. Okay, Zaxon, gotta go. You have a good one. Thanks for popping in. You have a great day. What other quotes can you guys remember? There's Roy and Becky's. Thank you, Gracie, for dropping that. Your elevation is a little bit higher there. Yeah, we're about 2,200 feet here. I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin that to the chat. Pin message. Okay, there we go. So pinned at the top there is a premiere from Roy and Becky's Travels. And we'll go over there and watch that. Canadian Prepper has a great video just out on the Autel drone. He says, get them before they're gone. Wow, I'd love to have a thermal camera. There are times when we have people that come out here and camp. There was one couple here a couple years ago that came out with their horses, and they had their horses on a lead string, tree to tree. And when they went to bed, they were fine. When they got up, they were gone. Now, that was before I got into drones. And after I got a drone, Oki and I were talking. Wow, it would have been great to be able to fly out and find those horses. Well, it turned out I drove the guy around for a couple hours, and this is 129,000 acres out here. Drove him around for a couple hours. We weren't able to find his horses. They went back to their camp, went to bed, got up the next morning, and then he walked out at first light, and he actually found them in the corner of a field that was fenced in. Typically, cows and horses will congregate in the corner of a fenced in area, and that's where they were. So luckily he found them. If I'd have had my drone, I could have maybe found them quicker, but turned out they were okay. But having a drone with a thermal camera, of course, that costs some money, right? I'd like to see one that the average person, who's into drones can purchase. I may look at that. Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. Now, the Mavic 4 Pro that I have has a pretty good night camera, but it's a night camera that is good for light. So I've flown that up around Quartzsite, took some night video up at Quartzsite, and it's really interesting to see, but to have something that you can pick up heat, like on a person or a horse, would be nice to have. Not cheap, yeah. All right, I will, Phil. Phil, I'm gonna make you a moderator if you can find that. You should be a moderator now. If you can find that video and drop a link, I'll definitely watch it. All right, so I think we're supposed to get, let me see what the weather is. Hey Siri, what's the weather going to be here today?
The National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning until tomorrow. Should be sunny today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 57 degrees, with overnight lows around 29.
So 29, that's still pretty cold, below freezing. All right, Phil's going to look for that. Appreciate that. In Ava's chat, we were talking about puppy training. A lot of us have dogs, and we were comparing notes. There's a lady in there named Nancy that's a trainer, and she walks dogs and takes care of dogs as part of her job. And we were discussing things like reactive dogs. So we have a black lab, and most of you know Lucas, uh, who is reactive around people and other dogs. And so we're trying to get him accustomed and more socialized so that we can take him out more. Um, and so we were talking to Nancy a little bit in chat about how to deal with that. And she said basically the same thing that our trainer told us, was to take Lucas up to the park, keep him away from the dog play area, but far enough where he can see and hear. And then when he wants to focus and bark, turn him away and give him a treat. And so we've done that a few times. We need to get back up there again. But he's much better with people. And what I have found with him, if we invite someone onto the property, I have to introduce them to Lucas, and I'll usually give them a treat. And then, Lucas meets them, realizes that they're good people, and then he's okay. Once he makes a friend if he becomes friends with you, he will stick to you like glue. And he's very friendly once he gets to know you. But other dogs, I'm hesitant to, let him get nose to nose with other dogs. And my worry is that, there's going to be a tussle and someone's going to get hurt. And that's the last thing I want to do, is to have anyone else's dog hurt or Lucas hurt, because once you have an encounter like that, the dog always remembers it. They always remember that. And that's like PTSD for them. So I'm trying to approach that very cautiously. Now, once in a while, one of our neighbors to the south will walk up the road with their dog, and Lucas does not like them, nor does he like their dog. And thinking back, none of our dogs like them. And so that makes me think that dogs are a pretty good judge of character. And if you knew these people, you would understand what I'm saying. But so I don't worry too much about Lucas barking at them. I do call him back. We have trained him to, fine, you can go out and you can bark at them at the fence. And we have 5 acres out here. And we call him back, and he'll come back and he gets his treat. Go bark, say to them, hello, I'm here. Don't come in. And then we call him back. He gets his treat, and then we're fine. But I'd like to get him more accustomed to being around other dogs. All right. Thanks, Phil. Get one before it's illegal. Force multiplier. All right. Let me see if that link. Okay, the link works on the laptop. All right, I got it, Phil. Thank you. Did Ron pop in here? There's Ron Darrell. Morning, Ron. Good to see you. I think Ron's coming down to Ironwood too. It'd be good to see you again. And those folks that come down early, be sure to let me know. Especially Gracie is a channel member. Any channel members get special treatment out here in the monument. I like to take people around and show them around the monument. Where we're camped on Pump Station Road is okay, but it's not as nice as this area out here behind me. And I like to show people that. We have petroglyphs, which Gracie got to see last time. We have all kinds of things, old mine tailings. We have all kinds of things. Do you like the neighbor that Lucas doesn't? Not really. There are people who live out here in rural areas, and I'm sure you folks see them in your area, that live in rural areas because they don't get along well with other people. So the way that I treat them is at an arm's length. Hey folks, how you doing today? Because they'll walk down the road. They'll stop at the stop sign, wait to see if we're going to come out and chat with them. If I'm not busy, I'll walk out and chat with them. How are you guys doing? And then we get through the chit chat and whatever usually negative comments they have about one of their neighbors. I try to diffuse those comments. Well, maybe maybe you misunderstood, or maybe this is going on, maybe that's going on. I don't jump into the whirlwind of negativity that these people like to spin, if you know what I mean. They're okay. I think that and she's done that, she's texted when somebody needed help or we had information to pass back and forth. I'll certainly talk to her when that needs to be taken care of, but they're not people that I want to sit down and have a hot dog with, like we're going to do during our meetup. So that's your answer, Debbie. Yeah, that's great, Phil. I'm looking forward to watching that. Ron is saying hello. Oh yeah, it's 47. I got to run my thank you video. I updated my members video, and here it is here.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. The desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand, we wander with your endless smiles.
So thanks, channel members. Appreciate your support very much. M&T Living It is here. Hello and welcome. Welcome. Good to have you. Saying hello to everybody. Yep, that's true, Debbie. That's true. And you know, if I'm walking down the road, we live on a dirt road. We live out in rural Arizona. And I'm walking by somebody's property and their dog is barking, 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 barking. I'm not going to stick around. I'm going to pass through and keep going. Well, these people will stand there with their dog that Lucas doesn't like. She's not aggressive or anything. He just, like people, he doesn't like some dogs and he doesn't like some people, and they'll stand there and he gets really agitated. So we got to be sure to call him back to the house. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Some folks just have to have drama, right, Ron? Right? That's true. That's true. All right, was just working on updating our member video for this afternoon. Very cool, very cool. So, Traveling on Adventures, you have a a live coming up this afternoon. Drop your link in the chat here, and we'll advertise it for you. Smoky Mountain Blessed is here. I'm laying in bed watching on TV while editing. Okay. Thank you. Smoky Mountains Blessed and artist, storyteller Donnie. Oh, yeah. So, Joy, I did show the painting that I won on your channel. I'm going to go grab it here and show everybody again. But I got a really cool painting. 857 is going to take off. All right. Thank you very much for coming in. So Donnie does painting. This is acrylic. And he does live streams. And Joy, if you want to drop a link, go right ahead. He does live streams and does these paintings. And this is a fall scene that he did. And people that watch and comment on their channels, they periodically do a giveaway. And so they pulled my name and gave it away. And I think it's signed down here. Yeah, there it is. He signed it down here, but isn't that cool? I just love that. Colors. You got the fall leaves in the trees and the beautiful sunset off in the distance. A little bit of green, a little bit of green down here. But fall's definitely taken over. So that's really cool. And thank you guys very much. $857 Tucson. I mentioned them earlier. That's a interesting channel that I'm hooked on watching. He does live streams from court, Pima County Superior Court. People that get busted at night have to see the judge the next morning. And a lot of those folks are on drugs, domestic violence. Those are the two that I've seen. And we talk about it in the chat, in a very interesting channel. So check out 857 Tucson if you want to watch what goes on down here. Tonight, the moon and Mars will pass. Check out the sky tonight. Very cool. Oh, here comes Lucas. All right. Lucas is back. Mama playing with you, huh? Yeah. All right. You having fun out there? It's above freezing now, so it's okay to play, huh? Yeah. Yeah, happy boy. Yeah, this is Lucas. We We've had him a couple years now. He was at the Humane Society. They found him running the streets. So we don't know his history, but we've given him a good home and he gets lots of treats and spoiled, and he's doing really good. I don't know who rescued who, if we rescued him or he rescued us, because we sure do enjoy him. Char's here. Good morning, Char. Good to have you. Okay, I put a quote in your question screen. Okay, let me see if that's the first time I've done that, so I don't know how to find it now, but I'll look for it, Debbie. You could retype it in the chat if you like. Yeah, definitely worth checking out, Phil. Misha's here. Good morning. Good morning. And I've been missing Misha's Sunday piano music. She does usually does a Sunday piano music, and I think it's Thursday. She does another short video, so check out Misha Lee. I was trying to find your quote. Okay, there it is. All right, 4 p.m. Central, Traveling on Adventures is going to be live this afternoon. Yeah, I think so. That painting is awesome. That's Joy, I believe, Char. I couldn't find it. Let me see if it's over here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I got to go over here. No, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it, Debbie. I'm still learning how that all works, but obviously I haven't figured it out yet. M&T, where are you from? Good to have you. Good to have you. Scrolling. M&T saying hello to everybody. Yeah, that's an awesome painting. Okay, there's Storyteller Donnie's channel, and he'll sit up on, I think it's Gatlinburg. It's like an overhead tram system, and they invited him to sit up there periodically, and he'll sit there and do a painting right out there in the public area, and people are walking by, asking questions, and it's really cool to watch. And it's amazing to me to see, how people lay those colors in and then, trace all the features and everything. Pretty cool. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. Chemical plants. Yeah, drones, right? So there's more and more drones out there. One of my neighbors, the new neighbor that's developing property just to the south, um, mentioned to me. I went over there and met him when he bought the property, and then he comes back in the wintertime. So I went over there and chatted with him, and he mentioned, "Yeah, I found this drone at Costco, and I bought it." And so, he's new to drones, and so I talked to him a little bit about, "Hey, do you know that there are requirements for flying a drone, much like you have to have, you know, um, information on the laws of driving, stop at stop signs, things like that. Well, there are rules for drones too. And one of those is you don't fly over 400 feet, you don't fly over chemical plants, you don't fly over fires, right? There are a number of rules. And the problem I think that we're having right now People are buying these drones and they're figuring out how to fly them, and they just go up and they fly them. And it's causing a lot of trouble. I have another for you to do, and will soon. Awesome, Donnie. Thank you very much. So, artist storyteller Donnie. Yeah, definitely worth checking them out. They do drive streams too up there in the Gatlinburg area. Always interesting to see what people are up to. Yep. Yep. That's Joy and Donnie, husband and wife. Diane Phoenix popped in. It's about time, Diane. Come on. Good to have you. Hope your day's going well. All right, we hit our hour, folks. So I don't know what else to talk about. Let's see if I have anything else on my list. We ate breakfast early this morning, so I'm not starving. Oh, look at that. I got a couple more quotes back here. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about, so be kind. Here's another one. The best way to get on your feet is to get off your ass. And that's a quote from Dad. The best way to get on your feet is to get off your ass. And he asked me when I was 17, getting ready to hit 18, so son, what are you going to do with your life? Here's another one I like, another quote. The more you overthink, the less you will understand. And finally, at the end of my live stream, show me your friends and I will show you your future. Thanks everybody for being here today. I appreciate you all very much. Thanks for being my friend.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind in every heart you'll find. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Light up the world. In the heart of Arizona, where the desert meets the sky, Quartzsite stands in gentle slumber,
where horizons whisper by. Winter's breath, a tender embrace, cool against the warming sun. I launch my drone to greet the day where time and space are one. Flying high above the quartzite sands, tracing ripples of the desert's ancient hands. Sky and earth collide in warmth and light. In the Arizona winter, everything feels right. Saguaros stand in silent witness, casting shadows long and lean. Underneath this endless azure, each vista pure and keen. Winding trails of history, marked by windswept grace, as my drone captures moments carried by this timeless place. Flying high above the quartzite sands, tracing ripples of the desert's ancient hands. Sky and earth collide in warmth and light. In the Arizona winter, everything feels right. Flying high above the quartzite sands, tracing ripples of the desert's ancient hands. Sky and earth collide in warmth and light. In the Arizona winter, everything